Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of our carrier build. In this episode, we are going to get the engines placed and kind of mocked up so we know where to start putting the plumbing and the exhausts and a lot of the mechanical parts of the boat. And then later on, we will also get a remote control crane. I got a good plan for those. We're gonna kind of put those all over the ship, but we'll talk a little bit more on that later. But yeah, so if you guys are new or haven't seen the series yet, we are building a little assault carrier that fits in an unmodded workbench for Stormworks, so anybody can spawn it without having to edit game files and whatnot. But yeah, so this is obviously pretty early into the build. We're gonna do a lot more work. This is gonna be a pretty long build, so I'm gonna try to squeeze some other things in between. But if you do like the series so far, guys, go ahead and give it a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Come back for more. I'm gonna keep creating these videos. I release them every Tuesday and Saturday, so definitely keep your eye out for more. But I will, in the meantime, stop yapping. We'll get into the build, and then I will cut back. We'll talk a little bit about what we've done. All right, so you guys are probably wondering what is this in the middle, and this is going to be our fuel tank. I know it's kind of a strange shape, but I did this for a rather specific reason. The stability of the ship is going to be a main concern because you're going to have a lot of mass moving up high on the deck, especially with it being a small carrier. So I did this to really try to center and lower the center of mass as much as I possibly could. Another reason that I did this was since it's technically a warship, I wanted the fuel to be as far away from danger as possible. So yeah, it's a little kind of weird that the fuel tank is right in between the engines. But later on, we had fire suppression all over the ship, especially to the engines, and obviously we're going to add a little bit of armor and stuff too. But I think in the end, the engines and the fuel will end up being a lot safer in this kind of configuration. Typically, I try to just kind of put a pretty low, wide tank on the bottom of the ship instead of this kind of tall, skinny, thin one. But I really think that this is going to work out better for us, especially because we have a lot of height real estate in this ship. We don't have a lot of width. So kind of making it tall towards the back where we don't have a lot of need for crew spaces and things like that is going to be a lot more beneficial. And then that way I can make it a lot shorter in the front of the ship. But anyways, you can see we also got our engines in there, and right now they're currently 4-cylinder 5x5. So later we will change that to a 5-cylinder 5x5 just so I can run them a little bit cooler at a lower RPS. But yeah, so for the most part, this is where the engines are going to stay. I don't think I moved them. The fuel tank changes shapes quite a bit just so we can squeeze other little things in. You'll see later we add a blast door, and that kind of I moved the fuel tank a little bit further away from that. Just I figured if we're going to store ammo and explosives and stuff like that down there, probably should give it a little bit of space. But this is all, obviously a lot of this changes anyways, so you guys will see in later episodes. But I'm going to start mapping out the drive shafts, and the entire back half of the ship is really going to be pretty technical and stuff. So a lot of this space back here isn't really going to be crew space. It's mostly going to be like engineering and systems for the ship and stuff. And then mostly in the front of the hangar bay towards the bow of the boat, all of that's going to be crew spaces and more usable living space. But anyways, I'm kind of just blabbering on about the ship right now. I'll get back into the video, and you'll see that we're not going to detail this up too much in this video. The engine's going to take obviously quite a bit of time. There's a lot of space in this ship, and I usually go a little overboard with the detailing. So this is kind of just like a basic shape of everything. But yeah, I'll get back into the video, and then we will cut back in, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about our crane project that I mentioned earlier in the video. All right. Well, you guys saw me get the engine drive shafts in, and just now we got our crane built. So I left the microcontroller building in there, which I don't normally do. Let me know if you guys want me to keep doing that. I try to keep it clean and concise and really easy to read and understand for people to go in and look at them if they'd like. But if you guys want me to leave those in the building montages, let me know. Usually I just kind of skip them because they can get a little boring. I know a lot of people don't really care, so just kind of let me know down in the comments. But yeah, we'll spawn in the ship here, and I got a remote control, so I'll show you what's up with this crane. We got it all hooked up. So like I said earlier in the video, I have a plan for these. We're gonna have cranes all over the ship, and actually a lot of the ship is going to be dependent on these little handheld remotes. So you guys will see a little bit later on in the series. We have a crane right here, and then a crane right in front of this in the hangar bay that we build later on. We have one on each side, and then the remote control will also control the catapult we will build too, so you can remotely launch that if you're sitting in a vehicle it's not built for. And the main reason I did that was just so it's easy to use and simple, and you can control a lot of this stuff from wherever you want. But I didn't want to have like little control seats and stuff like that everywhere. Just grab like a remote control, you're good to go. All of the little control boxes are yellow, they have a number on them. Just change it to that channel, connect to it, the green light turns on when it's connected, and you're good to go. They all work the same, it's pretty simple. So you guys will see us build a lot more of those coming in the future. But yeah, that's just about it for this episode, guys. If you made it to the end, thank you very much, and I really, really appreciate the support. If you like the build, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more. I will definitely keep making more builds. We got another pretty cool project coming out sooner. I don't really know when I'm going to release that. I kind of want to get a little bit more done with it. It's definitely smaller than this, but I think you guys will like it. So yeah, that's all we have for today. Thank you all so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.